Do the crime, pay the time. How many times have you been frustrated or grieved by some drunk driver being acquitted for killing a few people and getting no actual jail time? Going scot-free because he was under the influence of something and was not his regular, normal self. The idea of the altered ego or persona doing the actual crime under the influence of something, be it drugs, booze, or psychotic episodes. And then the main person or main ego gets tremendous leniency, sympathy, and no jail time. So, be it the main ego or the altered ego, that same person does no jail time. The Lapu Lapu Day Tragedy, 11 beautiful souls killed by just one 30-year-old male, may turn out to be one such example, and this tragedy has enraged our beloved British Columbia Premier David Eby. For the record, I support and stand with you, Premier Eby. Thank you for your outrage. Well, the legal system somehow created this dilemma or dichotomy long time ago. Essentially, different personas or altered egos can exist in one and the same physical being in addition to the normal self or ego. And crimes committed by the altered ego can somehow absolve the same physical person under trial. It is challenging to even talk about this separation of egos as a legitimate legal defense, but it exists and is used all the time, and we need to get rid of this legal loophole. Well, let me digress for 2 minutes. From the perspective of a project or software engineer, I had a wonderful time learning and coding software using a multitasking operating system a long time ago. I remember a software process, call it the parent, can create, spin off, or spawn off a child process or many child processes or software subroutines to do other assigned tasks under the oversight of the parent module. Many childs can be spawned by one parent software module. We won't go any deeper than that. Every living human being is a parent's process, and it does many things using many child processes. We eat, we sleep, we wake up, we laugh, we fight, we get angry, and so forth. Now this software child process is a software task doing something specific. It can run its course, do its things, go back to sleep, and returns to do more work when interrupted or required. And it can kill itself off or be killed by the parent's process or the parent module. Yeah, this is software stuff, but hang tight because it relates to the multi-egos that we've been talking about. The parent module has ultimate control, so to speak, and can kill off any specific child process. It has that parental kill switch. If a child process is running wild and amok, the parent's process can kill that process off. Now, if that parent process cannot kill or stop the wild and errant child process, then the whole program can fail. And the whole system, be it an autopiloted train carrying dangerous chemicals, a crazy guy driving a car while intoxicated, or a drone carrying a powerful bomb towards its intended targets, can go awry and askew and kill hundreds of innocent civilians and cause catastrophic damages and casualties. Every living being is a parent's process, and it does many things through its child's processes every day, as I said. We eat, we sleep, we get drunk, we get super drunk, we get mad, we get angry, we sing, we socialize in peace, or we cause a fight in a bar, you name it. So if the whole system, let's take the drone carrying the bomb, did not function and failed to do what it's supposed to do safely, Then the parent process and all the child processes, the subroutines supposedly working together, collectively failed. The whole thing failed. The bomb blew up civilians. Technically speaking, you could narrow the fault to the main parent's program or even to one of the child process or subroutine modules that screwed up, but the whole program, the entire device, the drone with the bomb that malfunctioned, holistically failed to do its thing and is culpable and at fault for killing civilians. So I'm not sure about other government these days, but if a Canadian drone with a big bomb went awry in a mission and killed hundreds of innocent civilians, I'm sure our Canadian government will take responsibility and fess up and say, our drone carrying the big bomb went askew and we are sorry for the mistake. Canadians are righteous people, aren't we, eh? So we're not going to say that one child software module was at fault or the parent's software module could not control the wild and errant device. The reality is that the whole physical device, the drone with the bomb, failed and killed hundreds. And compensations will be paid to the families of the dead, in addition to the admission of guilt and liability by the Canadian government, if that were the case. Well, if someone sober decided to get really drunk and made the decision to drink till he's intoxicated, and then his subsequent driving on the road caused an accident and killed 5 people in another car, the defense lawyer would argue the alter ego who was drunk killed 5 people, and Mr. So-and-so, who is the normal self, always nice and gentle and normally not intoxicated, deserves no jail time as he was not directly responsible because it was the fault of the altered ego. Man, my head is spinning just talking about this, but that's the type of legal argument and dichotomy we see and hear in the legal courts daily. Well, let me just say that the normal or cool guy, before he decides to get drunk that special evening, made a conscious decision to do something that could put him, himself, and others at risk. And he knew that and still decided to get drunk. And in that state of drunkenness, he drove and managed to kill a bunch of people. So he is completely culpable and responsible for the ultimate death of the people he killed when he decided to drink and to drive drunk. Whether his altered ego killed or he killed can be argued by the lawyers. But the guy in the one and the same physical body who killed a bunch of people needs to go to jail. He's like the drone with the big bomb that went awry, killing hundreds of civilians. We are not going to argue whether the parent control module failed or the child software routine failed. The drone with the bomb killed hundreds. And the Crown needs to protect the general public from the one and the same physical body who can bring out other inner or altered egos to commit crimes of immense atrocities. Therefore, the physical body carrying the brain and all its altered ego parts should not be allowed to run amok in our society. Do the crime, pay the time. And if we need psychiatric prisons or wards, then we build them or more of them as required. The time is now. Enough pain and suffering has been created by these offenders, causing immense hurt for families who lost their loved ones. We need to look after the deceased, the injured, the families in grief, and make sure that the person in question, the whole device, that physical being who killed 5 people, notwithstanding arguments of normal ego or altered ego states, that person needs to go to jail to serve time in the 1st and 2nd degree and no less. Otherwise, the surviving families would suffer in grief and pain for many years to come. I know, Premier Eby, you are furious about this guy who killed 11 people on Lapu Lapu Day. Can your government take this point of view or argument to the Supreme Court and see if the High Court would see the ego and altered egos as one holistic and physical, inseparable physical and mental entity. So we need to close this long-standing legal loophole. I don't have the resources to take this to the Supreme Court, but Premier Eby, your government has the time and financial resources, and you have the anger and pain in you to drive this legal challenge on our behalf. Please do. This short video may get a lot of likes or dislike votes. How do Canadians really feel about this subject? Please register your likes and dislikes so we have an unofficial referendum on this topic. The more likes registered, the more likely Premier Eby will act on our behalf. Please participate and vote with your likes and dislikes. Thank you for watching and sharing this video. Thank you very much.